Well, with Wilds of Eldraine just around the corner, I know you brewers out there have been going crazy seeing all of the commanders we can build. This time around though, we are looking at paying life and being rewarded for our bad habits with Rowan, Scion of War. Rowan, Scion of War is a 4/2 human warlock for 1 black-red. She has Menace and a tap ability that makes our black and red spells cost X less, where X is the amount of life we've lost this turn. Activate only as a sorcerer. The deck, as I built it, looks to abuse Rowan's cost reduction ability and acts like a spellslinger deck. With the deck I have built, it crosses a line between jank and competitive where I do the fun shenanigans, but you do end up winning with the usual CEDH lines. I included a Moxfield link with the description, so my compatriots of casuals and competitive, I beckon you. Finish my list for me. I won't be playing CEDH, so feel free to throw in your Moxen, your Oakish Bowmasters, and your Docksides, and the casuals. I dare you to try to power down this deck to a point where this can be in your casual pod, but it's not too backbreaking. With that challenge thrown down, let's look at Rowan. The deck can be broken down between a couple of key pieces. The first piece I want to talk about are the cards that cause us to lose life. Treasonous Ogre and Kirik, Son of Yawgmoth are both cards that replace mana cost by paying life. Black Market Connection, Phyrexian Arena, and Descent into Avernus are all enchantments that give you value for a little bit of life. Now in a pinch, you can use Heartless Itsugu, Doom Whisperer, and Molten Steel Dragon to drop your life total quickly. We also have one-time life loss cards in Peer into the Abyss, Street Wraith, and Damnable Pact as other effects that cause us to drop to a low life total. All of this in the name of hyper-exerting Rowan's discount ability. Next is the cards that allow us to abuse Rowan's discount. Remember, her ability has a condition that says you can activate only as a sorcery, but not once per turn. So with this in mind, we want to have cards that allow us to untap Rowan as many times as possible with our Threaten effects. Threaten effects. Threaten effects are those that gains control of a creature and untaps it with haste. Now the whole purpose of this is to make it so that we don't have to lose a large amount of life at once, and we can continuously activate Rowan after losing, say, 2, 3, or even 4 life, and continuously increasing that discount by a set number. Another reason why I build the deck in such a way is so that we can get a storm kill. All of our threatened effects are actually instants and sorceries. We can supplement it with ritual effects and draw effects to keep the storm going and end with something like a Grape Shot or Tendrils of Agony. If the storm isn't high enough, I throw in a cheeky Past in Flames to do it all over again. This is in combination with other cards like Burgi and Stormkiln Artist to essentially make the spells free or net positive in mana, thus allowing us to continue our bad habits as usual. So, you've done the thing, assembled the combo, and couponed so well that most of your spells are going to be basically free. What can you do in the endgame? To be honest, it isn't something you haven't seen before, because the real interesting thing about this deck is how we get to the combo. We have a ton of mana sinks as our win conditions with cards like Bond of Agony, Crackle with Power, Cut to Ribbons, Torment of Hailfire, and so many more. I do like running all of these cards to win the game with, since if one piece gets removed, you can always use a backup win condition such as Fireball or Comet Storm or something I didn't mention yet. I'd like to remind all of you that I'm not a CEDH player, so the Moxfield link in the description is not only incomplete, but it also isn't optimized. Once again, Kings, I didn't include cards like your fast mana, Ancient Tomb, and Mana Crypt, or your powerful interaction like Deflecting Swat or Wheel of Fortune. Now, I have included a bunch of cards, and with the right ones out or played in the right order, you can begin comboing pretty fast. One line involves having Anger in your graveyard and both Hazoret and Bontu's Monument, one or both Kirik or Burgi, and a Phyrexian Altar on the battlefield. You should have some effect like an Ancient Tomb, Mana Crypt, or one of your life loss enchantments out to also speed up this process. Cast Rowan and trigger both Bontu's and Hazoret's monuments, draining and rummaging through your deck. You should also be up mana, because Kirik allows you to use Phyrexian mana, while Burgi grants you a red mana for each spell you cast. Since Anger is also in your graveyard, you can tap Rowan to begin discounting your spells by whatever number, and this counts for all of your black and red spells, even Rowan herself. You want to sacrifice Rowan to Phyrexian Altar, and add whatever other color you have depending on if Birgi or Keurig is out on the battlefield. Now you are left for the turn with a floating mana and a huge discount based on the life lost so far. Then, recast Rowan and trigger both your monuments, tap Rowan again due to her having haste from Anger, and increase that discount even more, and sacrifice her again to Phyrexian Altar. In a way, this can also be your win condition, since Bantu's Monument drains your opponents as well, but this will take some time. So based on the table's patience, either drain to win the game or continually stack up the discounts for your haymakers. Now Rowan has so much potential in the right build to be the powerhouse of your pod. But tell me, what do you think? Do you think paying life is worth the value Rowan brings? What secret tech do you have that I didn't include? Let me know by connecting with the channel and connecting with me and my social media. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me, and I'll see you guys in the next video.